idea that immigrants come over here and they don't know anything and they're dragging us down, because we all come from immigrants, including you, Tomi Lahren.
She talks about low skills. What exactly are her skills?
Her second great-grandmother had been here for 10 years, yet spoke no English. Oh, my gosh. 1930 census says Tomi's 3 times great-grandmother had been here for 41 years and still spoke German. She didn't speak English either.
On live television, debates are often heated, but what transpired between Sunny Hostin and Tomi Lahren took it beyond a mere disagreement. During a discussion on immigration, Hostin made an attempt to criticize Lahren's views by bringing up her family history, suggesting that her ancestors' immigration contradicted her stance on modern policies. This personal jab quickly escalated, but Lahren was unfazed. With confidence, Tomi Lahren responded, addressing Hostin's comments directly. A woman recently decided to dig into my family's past, trying to find some contradiction to label me a hypocrite for supporting merit-based immigration. What did she discover? My family came here legally in the 1800s from Norway and Germany and spoke Norwegian and German. That's all she got. Rather than faltering, Lahren turned the situation around with poise and clarity. What she really proved was that my ancestors followed the law just as I've always advocated, she said, firmly standing her ground. And by the way, I'm still waiting for someone to look into Elizabeth Warren's so-called Ancestry. In that moment, Lahren didn't just defend herself. She took control of the narrative, leaving Hostin silent and stunned. It was a masterclass in staying composed and turning a personal attack into a powerful statement.
Fox News contributor Tomi Lahren is here to respond to that. So, Tomi, what led to that bashing on The View?
Well, there is a woman over the weekend who took it upon herself to research my family history in hopes of digging up some kind of a gotcha moment, a gotcha angle to validate illegal immigration and open borders. And what she found was really shocking, guys. She found that my family who came here in the 1800s from Norway and Germany, that they spoke Norwegian and German. Okay. And really what she did is prove that my family came here legally, but what she was hoping to do was try to call me a hypocrite for believing in merit-based immigration. Again, she failed miserably, but this really isn't what she calls resistance genealogy. It's just another indication of Trump derangement syndrome. But I really am happy, though, that she has such a fascination with my family history, and I'm hoping that she will take on Elizabeth Warren's neck.
The tension in the room was palpable after Tomi Lahren's sharp response to Sunny Hostin's jab about her family's immigration history. Hostin, clearly uncomfortable, couldn't hide her reaction as the conversation shifted to immigration policies. Lahren used the moment to clarify her position. "We believe in immigration," she stated confidently, "but we don't believe in breaking the law to do it. There's a legal process, signing in, proving credentials, but sneaking across the border is something else. It's not about hate, it's about following the rules." Even the other hosts of The View couldn't deny how effectively Lahren held her own in the debate. However, the tension didn't let up. One co-host challenged her, arguing that immigration today wasn't any different from the past. Lahren stood firm, rejecting the comparison. "Let's be clear," she said. "The immigration situation today is completely different from the 1800s. Back then, immigrants followed the law, didn't ask for handouts, and worked hard. Today's border crisis is a different issue altogether. Unchecked crossings, security risks, and people exploiting the system. Pretending they're the same thing only makes the problem worse." Her clarity and conviction left little room for rebuttal.
Tomi, a couple of things. They do not understand the conversations about illegal immigration and immigration. One group of people signs the guest book and says, "I'd like to stay, here's my credentials," the other sneaks in. They might both be fine people, just as there's a way in and there's a wrong way in. And for them to go that deep in your background, you have gotten under their skin to a level I didn't think was possible. What is it about you that bothers them so much?
Well, it's not just me, it's anybody who advocates for merit-based immigration or has an issue with open borders. And again, just like you said, they don't seem to understand that we on the right believe in immigration. We understand that we are a nation of immigrants, and I am proud of my heritage. However, I do believe that the immigration crisis of today is apples to oranges from what it was in the 1800s when immigrants came to this country legally, were documented, worked for themselves, asked for nothing, and built a life and a family. That has nothing to do with the illegal immigration crisis of today that we must deal with. But they don't want to acknowledge that.
The discussion took another turn when a host brought up DNA testing, questioning how Lauren's ancestry was so thoroughly traced. With a sharp sense of humor, Lauren fired back, "I don't even need to sign up for 23andMe. It seems Sunny Hostin already did all the research for me. Thanks, Sunny." The comment, while playful, made it clear that Lauren wasn't going to let anyone dictate the conversation. Her quick wit not only diffused the tension, but also reinforced her control over the narrative.
Whatsoever.
Did you provide them with DNA, 23andMe? Because I cannot believe the detail on your background that they were able to get.
Well, I don't have to. She did all the research for me, so I'm sure my family is very appreciative.
Just when the debate seemed to reach its peak, Lauren landed a powerful final remark targeting The View's credibility. "I watch this show, and it's hard not to notice how often it drifts into spreading misinformation and personal attacks," she said. "If you spent half as much energy discussing real solutions as you do trying to tear people like me down, maybe this country could actually make progress." Her words left a lasting impact.
Family is very
What about
appreciative.
Joy saying, though, what are your skills? It's beyond research. It is personal. It is mean.
Well, of course, this is classical Joy Behar, but I would like to ask Joy Behar what her skills are, because perhaps we could swap stories. I know I watch Joy, and she seems like a highly skilled lady, but for her to attack me, that's really interesting. Those in glass houses should not throw stones.
It was a moment that silenced the room, leaving the hosts struggling for a comeback. Now, we want to hear from you. Do you support Tomi's view on immigration, or do you align with Sunny and The View hosts? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more content.